Poland, 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 Polska, Poland, Poland, Poland. Yep, it's that time again. It's time for part 2 of my glorious, most recent Polish campaign. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. However, you don't need to watch the first part to enjoy this video. If you do want to watch it, you can click in the top right. In the last part, we had fought Crimea, Austria, and Brandenburg. Crimea formed Ruthenia, then became our friends. Austria we killed with the help of Venice, and Brandenburg we killed on our own. We were still building up at this point, but I had a suspicion that Sweden wanted to fight us. As we were finishing our build-up, we were blessed with the National Bank event. However, at this point, we were running out of buildings to even build. The blessings didn't stop there, as I was also blessed with a cav combat event. It was time to take Tech 14, which is a cav tech, and we were going to preemptively strike Sweden, the same way we preemptively strike Brandenburg.
Habibi is a nice guy, he never declares any player war.
A few minutes later.
Wait, I thought I was supposed to get counterclaims.
Whoa. It was time to strike, and we needed to strike fast. Immediately, the battles began in North Germany. Maneuvering was very important here, and we both had 2 cannon stacks in this war. Both me and Sweden were trying to cut reinforcements and stop from joining the main battle. Sweden did have a better income and more troops, but since it was a cav tech, he was taking way more casualties than we were. After a series of close battles, Sweden surrendered, making this war not as costly as I thought it would. Round 2, this time with discipline event.
Mr. Zisman, you have to take 1 loan and pay it back.
The shock phases are massive. We do so much damage on shock. It's actually insane.
Send the peace deal, I can't fight that.
Oh my god, he's going into Morocco.
It's carve tag with discipline event.
Does Justin want to...
Wait, you didn't take Bremen? Oh. I mean, they are so fucking dead. Probably costs a ton of...
Not bad. Not bad. What happened to Venice? I looked away for a minute. How bad is our eco gonna drop once we lose our age bonus? It's gonna be so painful. Now would have been a great time to reconsolidate and pay off our loans. However, as soon as Sweden got Tech 15, he wanted revenge. Sweden wants revenge. Sweden wants revenge. Revenge is not going to be so easy. We can cut off his supply lines here.
Where's that wipe?
We were able to push Sweden out of our land and into Livonia, where we were able to win 2 battles at the same time. We then fought again in Estonia, where after Sweden committed even harder for the war, he pushed us back. What happened next was a series of battles happening in relatively the same area. After I would win a couple, I would push forward, and then Sweden would win a couple and push us back, and then I would do the same thing, and this would happen over and over again. The problem here though was that we were on an infantry tech 15, and even though our cav was still pretty strong, Sweden's infantry was trading better, which is problematic when we are paying double the amount for our troops, since cav costs almost double the amount as infantry. I compensated by building more and more infantry. With the age of Reformation about to end, I knew that my income was about to drop very, very hard. So I decided to take max loans so I don't end up accidentally bankrupting, because I did have a lot of debt at this point. At this point, the war was almost 20 years long. And funnily enough, Sweden and Poland were fighting in real life in this exact time, making this probably one of the only realistic wars that I had in EU4 multiplayer. We were almost victorious in this war. All we needed was a couple more war score and we can enforce peace on Sweden. But this war really made me think. I'm kind of like Batman in this game, except instead of being in Gotham, I'm in Poland. And instead of being really rich, I'm about to be bankrupt. And instead of fighting the Riddler, I'm fighting Sweden for 20 years.
Something's in my ass.
Enforcing discipline. So since Sweden waited after the first 2 wars, he actually could still truce break. And even though both of us were on the verge of bankruptcy, it kind of was like whoever bankrupted first would lose this upcoming war. Sweden declared war, and now it was a race to not bankrupt before we're able to get a stab hit on Sweden. Come on, get these forts, dude. What is this RNG? 85%. He got him instantly, man. Oh, that was such a big stack wipe. That was actually such a huge stack wipe. We started stab hitting out Sweden as soon as we could, and we held a defensive position. I did not want to pursue for 95% because I was so close to bankrupting, and I was so scared that I would bankrupt in the middle of the war.
I like this.
Oh!
No vipers.
Oh no! My general died in the battle, dude.
People locked in those basement.
We could be.
I can't kill his army because I keep getting pop-ups.
We could be sold.
We can bankrupt now. Use this 99 army tradition to get generals. We're about to bankrupt anyways. This one.
Fun, Justin.
And then we went bankrupt again. I've honestly lost count in this campaign. I'm pretty sure England's getting ready to deck me. Bankruptcy's still 3 years. And we have corruption. This is going to take 6 years to get rid of. Oh, I called it. Here they are. I had spent a total of 30 years fighting Sweden. And both my neighbors, Ottomans and Ruthenia, saw this. And since the GB at this point was the strongest nation in the game, Both Ottomans and Ruthenia were willing to join on my side. A bit of overkill. We won a series of major battles and then pushed GB back to the lowlands where he unconditionally surrendered. I just feel like I'm going from war to war, preparing my nation for the next big war, preparing my nation for the next big war. Is this what it felt like to live in Poland in real life, man? My graph looks like a pyramid. What the heck? A pyramid with a little light. I seriously could not catch a break. Sweden again decked on me, and this time he decked on me. At the same time, GB, Great Britain, attacked me once again. Sweden had fired its discipline event, and England had all of the New World with him. He was literally so rich, so much manpower, and so many subjects. Ruthenia again told me that he would help me only in the Great Britain front while I was still 1v1ing Sweden. It turned out giving Ruthenia, or Crimea at the time, what he wanted in the early game was probably one of the best decisions that I made in the entire game. Ruthenia was so willing to be my ally because I never ganked him while he was all the way in Asia, fighting against Mongolia, fighting against Transoxiana, fighting against Muscovy. Sometimes it really pays off to be a good ally. Once again, I found myself committing really hard to another really hard war. Sweden was just impossible to kill. And not only that, he was pushing us really hard in the start of the war. It was infantry tech, he had discipline event, and he began stab hitting me. But as soon as his discipline event expired, I was able to push him back all the way to Estonia. I sent a stab hit to GBR as soon as I hit 50%, taking max money and war reps once again. Which England, or GB, immediately accepted, leaving us back in just this 1 versus 1 situation. But due to the fact I was committing super hard for this 2-front war, it looked like I was gonna have to bankrupt once again. I was not willing to let Poland get partitioned in this universe. And again, after winning a series of battles and Sweden on the verge of bankruptcy, he told me to send peace, and we took Livonia from him. Sweden's provinces were also high dev and built up, that even with max absolutism at 100%, I still couldn't even take that much in peace deals. And I'm bankrupt again, dude.
Justin is playing this.
5th bankrupt, 6th bankruptcy? I don't know, man. Sweden is dead, chat! Sweden is dead!
Construction cost.
We did it! He gave up! With Sweden finally dead, it was time to make this Poland the tallest Poland of all time. How are we gonna do that? With the new mechanic. Expand Infrastructure. Sure, everywhere. We just hit this button everywhere. This is why we went to admin ideas in this mod. They give the governing cost and the expand administration cost.
Need to fight the
Whee, we're out of bankruptcy. Woo! Building, bunch of building.
So
There's an elephant in the room.
Early furnaces, we gotta build them all, dude. Build every single furnace. Every coal province needs to be a furnace now. And if expand infrastructure is broken, let's go. Every single province we're expanding infrastructure in. Every single province. Every single one. If you don't know what expand infrastructure is, it's a mechanic that was added in Leviathan, where in trade for more governing cost on a province, so a province will cost more governing capacity to govern, you get a building slot, as well as a little manpower, production, and tax boost. And not only that, you can stack this modifier multiple times. So you can expand infrastructure on a province 2-3 times, depending on its development. This is probably the biggest buildup I've had with the least amount of provinces. I was surrounded by strong players on every single end, so I had to do whatever I can to min-max out of every single province. It was also at this point that I started deleting buildings like churches and farm estates. If I couldn't expand infrastructure, I'll delete the farm estate so I could build a soldier household, or delete a tax building so I could build a manpower or force limit building, which were more important at this time.
Oh my goodness.
Look,
So we can
look.
see how much troops Ottomans have.
Look. Expand infrastructure. Every single bingo province. We need to expand infrastructure. Already we're doing that last session, but we need to continue it this session. Like, I've never hit the expand infrastructure this much, but it's cool that you can do this. You can't really do this that much in vanilla. I mean, you can. You have to put courthouses everywhere and use state houses on some of your provinces. Which honestly might be a good idea for us in this game. Why don't we build a couple state houses? Honestly, nothing more satisfying than looking at your build queue and seeing almost every single province building a building. That's the stage that we were at this game, which I absolutely loved. Just look at every single province I had. It had almost max buildings. One of the most satisfying feelings in EU4 is no matter what province I clicked, it was max buildings. Of course, we were prospering a little too hard for some of the people's liking, which led us into another war. Once again, against GBR and all of its colonies. The thing to remember is the colonies run out of manpower fast. That being said, we're running out of manpower, but we have a lot of army prof.
I have like a lot of troops.
Dude, I actually have insane stats.
Yeah.
This time, Ruthenia was busy fighting in Asia against the Indians as well as Ottomans. However, we did have help. We had France on our side, who was a small nation at this point, as well as the South German Confederation, which was actually pretty strong. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Big.
Oh, nice.
A million.
Oh my god, he just ran in with everything. I think, did he retreat from the battle?
Yeah, and he's now everything's in this one battle.
Colonies, you can't trust the colonies. Don't.
No, we're actually gonna lose this battle, I think.
Yeah.
I'm out of troops here. Yeah, I am. Reinforce speed advisor. I need it, dude.
Yeah, you need 700k manpower. Okay. Okay. Well,
Reinforce speed event. Let's go.
roll first.
Yeah, I'm already fully reinforced. Let's go. I reinforced 500k in like half a year. What the heck?
Full morale. It's pretty good. Oh, we found Erling.
Yeah, there's Erling. Oh, I'm about to stack wipe some colonies. Oh, 2 stacks. Two
Oh,
stacks.
reinforce.
Ah! No, I'm getting stack wiped. I was looking
It's
elsewhere.
fine. We can keep that battle going though, because it's like he has super overstacked. It's super overstacked.
Our combined forces were easily able to push down GB. However, GB ended up unconditionally surrendering just to the South German Confederation, leaving me and France alone against GB and all of its colonies. The South German Confederation then truce broke, and the front line shifted from the lowlands to the middle of France. France was sadly running out of juice, and we were also running out of juice. But we wanted to keep fighting. It was the last session, and this war was actually some of the most fun I had playing in EU4. Unfortunately, though, France got enforced peace on once GB reached 95%. But, so, now that just how German Confederation was in their war alone, I felt like I needed to help them because we asked them to join against GB. So I ended up truce breaking against England and helping my German brothers, leading to even more madness. It's literally back and forth hell, dude.
completely depleted.
Literally
I think you
back
need
and
to
forth
stop
hell.
sieging. Maybe so.
He's going off the boats! Oh my god, he's
Yeah.
assaulting! He's assaulting the Marines!
Oh, God.
I think we're out of juice.
So bad.
Whole New World England is just too much, man. The entire New World and just one player is always too much. Germany's out, dude. This is over. With Germany out of the war and Spain and Portugal fighting against India, I was alone against GB, meaning that we had to unconditionally surrender. GG. GG. Last session. This is going to be the last war. I'm just preparing for it by building every single building I can. Just have it all done. I have a lot of things building. A lot of things building right now. Look at my provinces. This is like truly tall gameplay. Look at this province. It's literally max slots. Look, we can even hit this one more time. Really the tallest gameplay of all time.
I don't think.
Then finally, after more building up, it was time for our last war against GB once again. You don't like my 10 morale? Then uncon to me.
I'm a colony, I can't.
Tell your overlord. Come on!
Not
Finally, when it looked like we finally are just gonna win, that's it. The last war is gonna be a W. The South German Confederation turned on us, our own allies.
The US.
Fish the snake. Fish the snake.
Is that snake? What?
Fish the snake. No, they're crossing Calais. They're crossing Calais while this is happening, fish. They're crossing Calais while this is happening, fish. Bro, you have level 2 fort still. What the heck, man?
That's only here. That's
Why do you leave it? It doesn't matter.
That's
level 2 forts.
Okay.
This last war was just kind of a meme. The Ottomans also decided to help us out. And the session ended with us having positive war score in both. What a fun campaign. What a fun game. That's the end. That's it. What an insane game, dude. What an insane game. But if you look at the time lapse, honestly, you get us really a story of this campaign in a nutshell for us. A campaign of constant war, losing land, gaining land, losing land, gaining land. And also our nation got buffed after we played on it. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means that we played a weak nation and we made it to the last session. But yeah, you can see we lost land, gained land, lost land, gained land, gained land. Almost lost land, but then gained more land. Gained more land, gained more land, more land. Yeah, this is where we killed Brandenburg before we formed Prussia. And then we fought Sweden. First war was won, second war was won. Third war was much later, but we had a third war. Third war lasted a really long time. Third war, and then fourth war was just a stab hit, so you won't see it. Then England attacked us, and then we attacked him back with the help of Ottomans. And we won against Poland again. I mean, Sweden. Like, it's just constant warring, man. And then we had to fight GB again. Fight GB again. Fighting GB here. And then we lose this. That's pretty much it. But you know, you really see the story in the time lapse. And if you go again and you see the other nations, Ottomans, Crimea in the beginning did not free game, but eventually once he killed Muscovy, that's it. Like, no one else could like match him. Both Transoxiana and Mongol were really weak. Mongol killed Transoxiana, but it was 1550 by the time he did that. We did that pre-1500. And then Ruthenia was able to kill Mongols. And GB just never having to fight anything after taking New World from Portugal. Persia was really big, then ended up getting killed. And then Ruthenia player left after losing to Ottomans, which happened here when Ruthenia player left. Making it to last session is no easy feat. GG. Time to play one game of Ko and end stream today, guys. Hey, hi, dev clicks. Highest dev clicks.
What do you want, Justin? Get out.
I hope you guys enjoyed that campaign. One of the most fun campaigns I've ever played. Honestly, the thing is, though, at some point it was just constant war, which was great Twitch content, but really hard to edit for the YouTube. I just didn't want like a 30-minute video of just wars. And the reason why I don't want it in multiple campaigns is because the wars don't really have a reason after a point. Like, after Sweden was out and we were in the last session, all the wars were just for fun. And I know I try to build like a narrative and stuff like that, but there was really no purpose there. Just us having a good time. And honestly, that's why we play this game. We play it for a good time. You know, there's no competitive EU4 scene. It's not like we're gonna go and play in some tournament at some point. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. And thank you for watching. Later.